right. Chris, you want to start us out?
Yeah, Coach. Congrats on the win. What was the overall message to the team and the feeling you had about the way they played today?
Well, again, it's a complete win. Certainly they're far from perfect, but it was a complete win. Had great game control. Offensively, what can you say? They played outstanding. I think they scored 9 of 12 drives and just were efficient in all the areas you want to be efficient. Running the ball, throwing the ball. Dylan, I think maybe the first player ever to account for 8 touchdowns in a game. There's a lot of great teams and players that have come through. Really happy how we finished the game in the second half. Defensively gave up just a little over 100 yards, 34 plays. So came out of the locker room at halftime and we're ready to play and finish things off. Again, we had 2 tough back-to-back weeks that, very challenging in the ways you would expect. But really proud of our guys, the leaders on the team, and our guys' just mindset, attitude, resolve, toughness, persistence, all the things that you would want when it comes to just go right back at it, put your head down. There's a lot of football to be played. We've got to do a great job of, not self-inflicting some of the issues that we had. And we got to get into a rhythm, and where we're, playing well in all 3 phases. And certainly, again, far from perfect. Lots of mistakes, but when you're not turning the ball over and not having a lot of, pre-snap issues, good things can happen. You're playing your butt off, great effort, great attitude. We're physical. Neil's done a fantastic job playing as good as anybody in the league, and he's done a really good job with his group. So it was a group that, again, you're going to have to beat them. You're going to have to take it from them. And, again, just really loved the week that we had, and certainly tonight the results that we want and all the different efficiency areas. Really, really a good night. A couple of punt returns is an area that we got to get cleaned up. But really, again, I believe in Gavin. Had a couple of moments where we didn't represent ourselves the right way from a emotional standpoint, and there's some regret there. Guys took good ownership in the locker room, but how we do what we do is really important to me. A lot of people counting on us to represent Oklahoma the right way, and there was a couple moments that we're not real proud of, and we got to learn from, grow up. It's an emotional, intense game, but we can't lose our poise in those moments. That's not representative of who we've been.
Coach Sin, what about Drake the last few weeks, just to see him have the day like he had today?
Just outstanding, I think that's the most receiving yards we've had by a single receiver in 4 years. And he's as tough as all get out. People, he's a coach's kid, he's pretty good. No, he's a fantastic football player. And I think that's discrediting all the work that Drake has put into his career and just his instincts, his consistency, his ability to make plays, tight windows, and comes up with the big plays. Man, he's special. Players love him, and really, really thankful for, again, what he brings to the locker room every single day.
Guys, Coach.
Mm-hmm. Brent, you had another great goal line stand. Spent 3 or 4 weeks in a row. You've almost had 4 in a row. So talk about that aspect of your team won't give up that final.
Yeah, we've had plenty of moments where we give up some plays, but in the critical situations, we've for a good part of the year we've responded. So it shows to the grit and the toughness that our guys have, the belief. Good leadership. I love that identity, and I don't love giving up quote-unquote yards, but the idea is to keep people from scoring, and we forced a turnover on downs, and I think maybe after the muff punt, we forced a field goal, and they missed it. And so it's hard to coach that. You try to nurture it as much as you can, but this is a group of guys, they like to play. They like to compete, and they like a challenge. And I love that they haven't, flinched. It came right out. We got, again, punched in the face right out the gate again this week. That's 2 weeks in a row. That's not good, but, they came back and responded, and so got great appreciation for these guys. And that is an identity that, has developed with them.
Brent, we've asked you a lot about the offense the last couple of weeks and execution and those sorts of things. Is tonight kind of an example of when everything's clicking, it can be really, really good?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think that's it's a great point, and it hasn't always looked like that for whatever. There's lots of different reasons. We've discussed them, endlessly, but we got into a great rhythm early. Coaches put together a great plan, and then players went out on the field and executed the plan. The plan's no good if we don't execute it with precision, fundamentals, detail, aggressiveness, and we did all those things. So had a great week of preparation, put together a great plan, and really liked, again, the hunger and the edge. The guys didn't get satisfied, even though they had, quite a bit of success. Sometimes when you have that kind of success, things can get sloppy on the back end, and it really never did.
Brent, I know you said you were far from perfect tonight, but I would think guys in every phase walked off that field tonight feeling pretty good about what they did. How important was that, just to have those guys walk off the field feeling good?
Well, again, we've said this a lot, and through 7 weeks, we hadn't played even a complete game through being 7-0, and that's what my eyes told me. And when we put it all together, we can be pretty dang good. And so putting it all together means a lot. Being clean, taking care of the ball, executing with precision, and having a relentless, passionate mindset. What the game requires. And again, there's a lot that was really good tonight, and that may have been our best 4 quarters. I don't know. I remember gave up 20 on defense, and there's a couple drives that, again, not real excited about, but that might have been our best 4 quarters of football, offense and defense. And we again, the last couple of weeks really felt like, no disrespect to the people that were playing, they always have something to do with stopping you or converting and things of that nature, but trying to be very realistic and put those things in front of our guys. And now, is this them or is this us? What can we control? What can we get better at? What can we fundamentally improve at, or focus better, or whatever that is, or coach better? And not trying to make stuff up, but let's control the controllables. Let's continue to try to get better. And a lot of people don't think you can get better, but you can from 1 week to the next. And just be relentless to improve and continue to believe, put the work in, keep your head down. Don't listen to, again, all the people that are, again, rightfully so. It's what you sign up for, that have an opinion, on, what's not good. So let's just focus on each other and be inside out in what we're doing, and our guys did that. So. Again, that's what you want to be able to do here these last, 3 weeks. As I told them, no hope for better yesterday. What's done is done. We're 7-2, and here's what it looks like. And as of yesterday, it's less than 2 weeks to, until our last game, of the regular season, and there's a time for everything, and there's not a better time for us to get hot and to get better, and to get into a rhythm and in sync. And let's see where these next couple of weeks can take us.
How big was it for Danny to get back for the defense?
No, it's good. Danny's no matter what the coach says or how good the true freshman does or redshirt freshman does coming in his place. Danny there's a real emotional lift that you get when he's out there, the toughness, and he loves to play, loves his teammates, loves to compete, and I think he brings out the best in people, when he's out there. But it was really good to get him back out there, and for the most part, he's I think he's will continue to get better and get healthy. I think he came off the field the one time, but I think he's okay.
We made the decision to get him and Kip on the field together at the same time. What went into that, and how did you feel like they performed? Obviously, a little bit of
Well, again,
first drive, but
I think you have a body of work, and we've known for a while that Kip finds the football, and he's got a chance to have a really good future, and just trying to find ways to continue to bring guys along and put our best group of guys out there and look at different combinations and things of that nature. So, Danny, we've worked Danny at Mike Linebacker a lot, really since a year ago. And so it's not like that was new or foreign to him. So, he's one of the few guys that can play multiple positions at a pretty high level. And so just trying to find ways to continue to develop our team.
Brent, can you talk a little bit about just Gavin Sawchuk, the confidence he's playing with, the hard running he's doing right now?
Yeah, that's a couple weeks in a row where he had a really good night, and he's getting into a good rhythm and running through some trash and showing his speed. Can't remember what quarter that was in. It might have been the first quarter where he split the defense. They had angles on him and really exploded, maybe as his most explosive run. I know he took one to the house last week, but this one was really impressive because of the angles. It was a little more reminiscent of the Florida State game when guys had angles on him. But I think he's playing real confident right now, and it's good to have that, and we really need that.
Was there something about the tight end you guys saw could be successful? Because it's kind of quiet this season. It's starting to cut some balls for you today.
Yeah, I think our offense they've done a nice job of getting him more involved different ways, and good for Stock, finding a way to get open and then making plays. And we had him open a couple other times that just barely missed him. And but attacking people, on the run and then you attack them over the middle, with your tight end and all of the different ways we use them in the run game, just creates a lot of different opportunities for a lot of other people too. And but Stog it was great and good to get him more involved.
Can you talk about what that does to a defense? What the tight end does
The what?
To a defense? What the tight end does to a defense, pressuring you guys, the way you guys used to tonight?
Yeah, again, when you're attacking the backers, now they've got to be a little more controlled, if you will, in the run game. They can't get it as much downhill, and when you're running them in behind them or across their face, it does a lot in how they're defending the run and the pass for that matter. And we had a nice little play action on the throwback there that was wide open a week ago. That we had a little pressure. We gave up some pressure interior wise, and Dylan didn't have the time to throw it, but he walks in and scores last week on a very similar play design that he caught there when 7 cleared out on the wheel route and in the throwback. So it does a lot, to the middle of the defense.
Brent, I know that you talk a lot about your players and responding to adversity, but I'm wondering about Jeff. He's maybe faced more criticism than anyone the last few weeks from us or the fan base. I mean, how gratifying is it to see?
I told him not to listen to y'all. Hopefully he wasn't on the message boards or in the newspapers or yet. Do we still have newspapers? Like a physical newspaper? Is it delivered? Is it delivered, really? See, I love newspapers. I used to, I thought I was like grown up when I'd go get me a USA Today. I was like, man, I'm big time, And, so.
I guess
but,
how gratifying is it to see?
I don't know. Gratifying, when you're a coach, and Jeff played here, and he loves this university, cares about, the product that he puts out there, our staff. I think they've done a really nice job, and sometimes, for whatever reason, sometimes you kind of got to go through it to figure some things out, and then sometimes the end product isn't good, and maybe again it's the simple things that we've talked about over and over and over. And the game of football, turnovers and pre-snap penalties, they affect you. And through 7 games, we were pretty dang good. And with 5 turnovers, and then had 6 the next 2 weeks. And this game will punish you. And it's hard to get into a rhythm. And confidence has affected a lot of things, for both the players and the coaches. And but that was a good response after 2 real tough, challenging weeks. And not only response, again, they just exploded. And what was our total? 644 yards, 8.3 a play. I think a week ago we had 7.7 a play. And but it was a little bit dysfunctional, and for the reasons that we know. But I think they had 7.7 a play a week ago. And that doesn't win for you, but again, playing a little cleaner. Sometimes this is the result that you get, just playing a little cleaner.
What'd you like about, you've talked in the past about mobile quarterbacks need to be caged. What'd you like about the way you guys caged?
I think it was pretty good. We let them squirt through there a couple times, but that's a big part of their offense. They did a good job early, not going to them. When I say early, the first couple of drives. And but I thought our guys did a really nice job for what he's done to a lot of people, and big part of just keeping you off balance through their season. That quarterback run game, the design quarterback run game. It's not just having a mobile guy, but a design quarterback run game. Or when they do drop back pass and it's not there, and they beat you with their legs and extend plays and improvise, all the things that just cause you headaches. I thought our guys did, for the most part, a pretty good job. Hated the drive right before half. Really bad football and coaching and playing there. But other than that, I thought our guys did a pretty good job, top to bottom on him.
Last question. You went with Davis at the end to close it out. Sure, it was just a couple of drives, but is there an element there too, at least keeping offense open with Jackson and keeping him at 4 games?
You'd like to if you can, and he rushed for 2.4 carry, so he had a long of 15, pretty good. You'd like to if you can. This late, and we'll see. I never say never, but that's kind of the intent right now.
Is Deshaun McCullough okay? I know he wasn't out there today. Deshaun.
Yeah, no, he's coming back from. He's a little bit banged up. Practice the back half of the week and was cleared to go. We just wanted to try to help him. He's had some issues in the past with some being banged up, and we just wanted to make sure he was good. So Sammy did a great job, and certainly Kendall did. Sammy's going to be a really good player too. And so it was good to be able to not have to play, Deshaun, but would expect him to be, fully ready to go, this next week. All right, everybody have a good night. What time is it?